Welcome back. We're talking about the teams of Omega Strikers, and now we're on to Team Maelstrom, starring Atlas.
I've conquered space and time. You think this field scares me?
Atlas, along with his sister Luna, is a scientist by trade. His parents were the world's most famous astrophysicists, after all. He grew up in a strictly scientific household, and where Luna was brash, Atlas was orderly. All he wanted to do was follow his parents' footsteps to the stars. When they ventured out on their long voyages to the black, he'd take care of his kid sister Luna. She was more into the random nature of inspiration rather than years of measured work and projects. She was a little help, while Atlas spent years working on a spacecraft for his parents to take on a deep space exploration mission. As they prepared to leave, they told Atlas they were proud of the man he'd become and left him with one request. Please take care of Luna while we are away. A few days into the voyage, contact with the parents of Luna and Atlas was lost. Atlas assumed the worst, believing that their ship must have malfunctioned in some critical way, and that possibly he was responsible. He began experimenting with the essence of space-time, hoping he could find a way to bring them back from the past. But soon, he realized that he needed a suitable environment to test his inventions. No place fit that bill better than the Pro League. While searching for information on his parents, Atlas also met Drek'ar.
Your domination. Woohoo!
Drek'ar was raised in a militaristic alien society focused on expansion and conquest. He was possibly a war criminal, taking part in tens of invasions at the behest of his alien generals. During one assault on a world not too far from Earth, Drek'ar's drop pod malfunctioned and somehow he landed on Earth. He was unable to contact his fleet after losing his technology, and soon found himself shunned and feared. After all, he was a symbol of an alien conqueror. But Atlas found him fascinating and showed him great kindness. Drek'ar was happy to join his friend, learning human customs and language. Soon, he'd forgotten all about repairing his ship. He discovered play, and the joy of playing with people around him.
Let's win, before it consumes me.
The third and youngest member of Team Maelstrom is Rune. Rune had a normal childhood with a loving family and good friends. He was well liked by his peers, and was top of his class in his studies. A successful future was laid out before him. But that future felt dry, boring, and tedious to Rune. He desired something more exciting than the average life, and began researching dark magics with his best friend, an unnamed child who I bet will be a character at some point in the future. After school, Rune and his unnamed friend would secretly study ancient texts and experiment with forbidden rituals. This exploration into the unknown exhilarated Rune, and he always wanted to push one layer deeper. That curiosity got the better of him. While performing a ritual from one of these ancient books, presumably just for the meme potential, Rune summoned a primeval power from a realm known as Obscura. The dark energy surged forth wildly, grabbing his friend and engulfing him in shadow. Rune frantically tried to steal the power, but found himself helpless to stop it. Within a few moments, the shadow had vanished, taking his friend with it. Rune began to cry, but he heard his friend's voice reaching out to him from the realm of Obscura. Rune was offered a bargain. If he took on dark powers and obeyed the voice, he would become very powerful indeed, even if eventually he gradually lost himself to the essence of Obscura. But his friend would also be returned to the world. Rune agreed, and for reasons he cannot fathom, the voice told him to get into Core Strike and to enter the Pro League. And if doing this brings back his friend, then it simply must be done. All three members of Maelstrom have relationships out of reach, goals that seem insurmountable. Maybe Rune and Atlas will destroy themselves, trying to bring back people they love. Or maybe Drek'ar will help them let go, and they'll learn to accept what they lost and enjoy what they have. Hey, thanks a bunch for watching. I am a big fan of Omega Strikers, and although I'm working on lots of other fun videos, this is just a nice little palate cleanser. Thank you for tuning in, and let me know if there's a team you want to see next. Thanks.